News in Canada, everybody. Diwali celebrations are causing fireworks. One man even set fireworks off in his own house, in his own backyard, causing his house to be on fire. And Canadian streets look like war zones, but fireworks are very pretty nonetheless. We've got lots of breaking news tonight. This morning. Good morning, everyone. One of the breaking news is an early election. An election may be called. The Liberal budget is going to be put forward on a vote in early November. I think it's November 4th, I'm not too sure. And the NDP has caused some concerns. They said that they might not support it. They probably will support it, knowing the NDP. They love the Liberals so much they will vote for it. But there's a small possibility they won't vote for it. And if the NDP won't vote for it, the Bloc won't vote for it, which would put all the pressure on the Conservatives, because if the Conservatives vote for the budget, it shows that they support Liberal policies, and that's not good. And if they do vote against the budget, this will trigger a snap election. And the Liberals could just say, well, we're trying to work with all these parties, but we can't push forward the mandate because the Conservatives called an election. But then the Conservatives could say, well, we are working with the government. We passed Bill C5. They didn't want to pass Bill C5, but they passed it, so they could say, hey, look, we're working with the Liberals. We're negotiating with them. So they could also say that. But there's some very interesting polling number. As we know, the Liberals were ahead in the polls during the election, a little bit afterwards. But even the mainstream media is saying that Mark Carney's honeymoon period is no longer here. And there's many polls showcasing the Liberals and the Conservatives are neck and neck. And some polls are saying the Conservatives are even above by like 1 percentage point. But if an election was held today, Abacus Data said that the Liberals would gain 150 seats and the Conservatives would gain 150 seats. So it's the Conservatives gaining a few more and the Liberals losing a few more. But I really think the Liberal failure it's got to do with Mark Carney, because Mark Carney said he would get a deal by July 21st. There is no deal. He gets just concession to the Americans. Even the mainstream media starting to say that Liberals and the CBC are doing panic mode. The CBC is trying to smear Pierre Poilievre, saying, oh, you wanted Justin Trudeau in prison. And Poilievre said, no, I never said that. I said if the RCMP actually done their job, then Trudeau might have been facing jail time if the RCMP leadership actually done their job. There's many stuff happening in Canada right now, but the polls are really neck and neck. And if you wait a few more weeks, the Conservatives might be in the lead, because Mark Carney said, look at my record judge me on my record of food prices. Food prices are at an all-time high. He said we'll have the fastest growing economy in the G7. Canada has the fastest shrinking economy in the G7. It's not going very well. Even Joe Rogan was mocking Carney for acknowledging First Nation people's lands. Like, the First Nation people want clean water. They actually they want clean water. They actually want stuff. And the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, can, oh, we can't give you that, but we can acknowledge the land. That's the best we can do. We don't need wokeness. We need Mark Carney to actually stand up for Indigenous people and actually provide what they want, what they need. We also need Mark Carney to step down as Prime Minister, because he's one of the worst. There's going to be the budget, which he's going to be spending even more than Justin Trudeau. No one thought that was possible. Of course, Liberal promises said a year ago the budget will not, the deficit will not go past 40 billion. It's going to go past 40 billion. And Poilievre had a meeting with Mark Carney. about the budget, and it was just very funny because when reporters asked Polyev when he was just leaving, Polyev had a massive smile on his face. Think of that what you will. Anyway, so an election is very close. People are saying it's more and more likely that we're going to have an election. Do the Liberals want an election to get a majority government? Yes. Do the Conservatives want an election to try to get a government? Yes. You know who don't want an election? The swing voters. But maybe they're just affected by Mark Carney's terrible policies and how tariffs on cupboards, I think, are going to go on again on Canada, and how Doug Ford sometimes speaks really well, sometimes doesn't speak very well. He hops between liberal and conservative quite a bit, but yeah, an election is seem to be happening, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows if an election is going to be happening? And remember to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, see you in the next one. Peace!